It's week 4 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Patriots, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Giants. Brandon Gaunt alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here. You figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league.
3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4 from the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. Lance now on 1st down. On the move to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. Carson. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New England's offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington. And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball. That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Alvin Kamara. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gutierrez.
We got this.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 41. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants open the lead up to 34-0. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 6. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Hurts throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And down to the 20. A big play there for New England.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance flushed out right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they'll go for it. Lance escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Cedric Wilson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Steps away to his left.
Looking long for Thomas.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And Lance now to throw.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now. Here's Lance to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Giants.
Jalen Waddle.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
Well, this is really simple. Let's just say it. This quarterback is on fire. Touchdown after touchdown throwing the football. What a day for him.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from...
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Throwing now is Lance.
They'll roll him out right. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Kamara. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Patriots. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alvin Kamara. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Christian Kirk and company heading back on. On 1st down, Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They'll run it with Kamara, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England trying to get a place on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Giants.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Now Lance.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability.
Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Yeah, baby, that's ours.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed. And we'll get a review.
After review of the play, ruling on the field game.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he loses the football a second time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay,
puts it on the carpet. It's out. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an off.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Eagles and the Giants, and it comes your way next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Russell Wilson. Of course, he won a Super Bowl on this very field back in 2014. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. So here are the Giants now in great field position to start their initial drive. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Again, Kamara. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Now it's Wilson. Returning right back to Lockett. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Wilson now off the bootleg.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Devin Singletary, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Flushed out right.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jamar Chase.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next week...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Wilson.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And that'll make it 3rd down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
This is caught. Touchdown, Giants.
Alvin Kamara.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Again, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Lance looking to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown there in his first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. To try again after the sack. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Rolling to his right, finding some room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Lance now on 1st down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Kamara with a run on 1st down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. On 2nd down, Kamara.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. A give. This is Kamara fighting through. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes
and he will take it on in
for a giant touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, his throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 41, Wilson can't get away, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Wilson.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and it'll make it second down. Wilson. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in back.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now Wilson on 1st down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants! Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st-and-goal situation. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, that's Gallup on the slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Forced out to his left, and he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because Victor.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will slow by 1 more. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.